Hello, welcome back to my channel. We're finally coming back to doing declutter videos. So we moved all the way through the drawers. So we're starting with eyeshadow. So this is going to be part one. I pulled out 3 drawers. I'm trying to keep these videos about 20 minutes or under. So if I have time, I'll add a 4th drawer because I'm hoping to keep this to 4 parts, but we'll see. It just depends on how long it takes me to go through the drawers. So yeah, let's jump into it. The stuff that I get rid of is going to go in my giveaway basket. I am going to do a giveaway for Christmas. I'm going to run it sometime this month for a couple of weeks, and I'll pick a winner at the beginning of December. So some gently used makeup will go in there, and then I will have new items. I always ask the winner if they care if they get gently used stuff. If they say no, then obviously I don't include that, but then everything else goes to friends and family. So yeah, let's jump down a little bit so you can kind of see. And there's some dirt in the drawer. I use craft carts, and there's old tiles above it. So there is, I don't know if you can see, some little, this is the top drawer that comes down from the ceiling. We're going to remodel the house coming up here soon. So it is what it is. So let's put this in frame. So I did my eyeshadows already. We're going to go through each drawer again. I did a declutter earlier in the year where I pulled everything out, and there's still too much stuff in the drawers. Like, I need to reorganize the drawers. It's a problem. So we're going to re-go through everything. So first off are these little ZC palettes, if I can get them open. And I'm not going to swatch stuff because we'll be here for too long. So I have the pink one. I've used that one. And then we got another one that had a dog. That one had a cat. But this is little, like, they're just little quads. So I'm going to keep these. The pink one was good. Nothing wrong with it. This I'm going to get rid of. It technically, you know, has a blush, and this, like, you can use as contour. The pans are really small, which that doesn't bother me, but there's nothing in here that's blowing me away. So I'm going to let that go. I'm going to try and rapid fire some of this. This I have never used. I keep it for the packaging. I like Batman. I mean, it's a neutral palette with yellow, but we'll hold on to it for now. Let's see. Was this El Maquillage? I was going to say Makeup Geek, because I don't know why that M makes me think of Makeup Geek. I decluttered my larger palette from them, and again, this is just a quad, but this doesn't excite me at all, so I think I'm going to let that go. Like, this feels very luxe and heavy, but again, if I'm not reaching for it and I'm not going to use it, I'm going to vacuum out this drawer there. There's still some stuff down in the bottom of the drawer, but at least the stuff on top is not too bad. This is from Pink Lips, and it's just a little 5-pan. I haven't used it yet. This color story isn't bad, so I'm going to hold on to this. Not that I'll use it. I have 3 from LA Girl. There's a kind of a khaki one, a pinky one, more of a neutral with like a warmer one, I guess. These are good. I like these. Not everybody does. I've traveled with these. I don't think there's anything wrong with those. I have a couple from Hard Candy. I've got a green and a pink. And again, these are really good for the price. So we'll hold on to them. Let's see. These 2 Profusion palettes. Let's see. I got rid of my Naked Heat, so because I have this one. And then I also got rid of my Naked Cherry. And again, these are very, like, condensed down versions of those. And I like Profusion, so we'll keep those. Those came in an Advent calendar. I have this Charmacy palette. Looks like that. Some greens. I think I can probably let this go. Like, this is pretty. This one seems fine, but I just don't know that I'm going to be compelled to reach for that. And then this Laura Geller one, I'm going to hold on to. I don't need it, but I have not tried her eyeshadows yet. I've only ever used her face products. So I'm going to keep this. And then I think there's another Laura Geller palette floating around in one of my other drawers. I think I have one that's a little bit bigger than that. This one's got technically 2 highlighters in it. I've got these 2 from Delancey. They're like duochrome quads. Got these in subscription boxes. I think I'll hold on to these. These are pretty. These are fun little, like, toppery This little neutral one, I think I got from Ipsy. We'll let that go. See, we're doing good. There's already 4 over in the declutter that I can see. This is from Juvia's Place. My friend Christine sent me that. I have not tried that yet. A little fun size. We'll keep. This one has crown brush singles in it. I like those colors, so I'm going to keep this still. Have not used this. Am I going to use it? Not necessarily. Laura Lee Sleigh Bells. I wish she would bring this palette back. You can still get it on Poshmark because my friend Christine, she does watch my videos, so you will see her down in the comment section. I think she said she was able to pick one of these up on Poshmark finally. It's a good palette. Mine is still good. Don't have any issues. This is Break the Rules from It's Belle Cosmetics, and this is an all shimmer palette. They have others that they've done since then, so if their formula is good. So if there's a color story that you like, I have this one from Flower Beauty. I have this Desert Lights, and then I have the ET palette that is over there. I didn't pull in any of the palettes that are out on display because I'm going to keep all of those because I like those. So not worried about those. My little 3-pan from The Balm. This is still good. They do still sell this. I've talked about that little trio on my channel. Let's see, I've got Fruitcake, all these little Too Faced Christmas coffee, the jam one, Secret Santa, hot buttered rum. Keep those. I have these 2 from Essence. I've heard good and bad things. I haven't tried mine. I have the green and the pink one. There's a Monster University, this Mike and Sully Scare card. I'll keep that. And then I have a bunch of Color Pop quads. The packaging on these is really fragile, so I don't travel with these, but the quality is really good. Like you saw, like the closure doesn't want to stay snapped. They're really prone to breaking. I think they've discontinued the quads. I wish they would bring them back. And then I'm going to keep all these Huda Beauty palettes. So let's move on to the next. Got the second drawer. Got 4 that I've gotten rid of so far. So I've got my CXC Beauty. This is like a combo palette. It's got shades from 2 pre-existing palettes. If you go on their website, they do tell you which shades. Some of the, like this one seems really soft. Like it's almost pushing out of the pan. Their shimmers seem really nice, but like I wouldn't travel with this because this feels like this is just gonna fall out. Their formula is fine. Their stuff's a little bit, I think, on the pricier side, but I bought this for the packaging because it's an evil leprechaun. So I needed that. And I like the color story of this. Like I said, they have a couple of combo palettes and they do a good job of telling you. I don't have anything from them, so it didn't really bother me, but just be aware if you look at palettes. So I have Mercury Retrograde. I have another Huda. I have 2 other Huda palettes. They're not in this drawer. I'm gonna have to move them. Makeup Revolution green palette, and then I have this Catwoman Batman one that they did for Valentine's Day. Never used either of these. My husband got me the green one, and then these are all like ABH palettes. I got rid of a couple. There's 2 Sigma. Like my Prism palette expired, so I finally got rid of that. And then I got rid of Modern Renaissance, but I think I'm going to keep the rest of I'm going to get rid of these, or at least, like, my husband got me this one, so that's why I'm holding on to it, but I've never been inclined to reach for it. And then this one I bought for the packaging, so I may relocate this, but we'll count these as being 2 that are decluttered. I did find my other 2 full-size Huda Beauty palettes. I have Empowered and then the Rose Remastered, whatever that one's called. So I'm going to keep both of those. This is technically like my high-end drawer, but there's stuff in here that's not high-end just because I've run out of space. So let's see. This Lash Step palette is all shimmer. This could probably go. This came in a like ice cream beauty box. Nothing wrong with it, just probably not going to use it. And then I've got all of my little Color Pop 5 pans. There's a bunch because I've gotten a few in mystery boxes. And then my friend Christina has sent me like the ones that I didn't have that she had duplicates of. So I have a bunch. These are good, same quality as the quads. These travel a little bit better. This packaging is not quite as fragile. And then I have my Natasha Denona 5 pans. And these ones are nice because these are magnetic. I've talked about this before. So you could pop, like if you just wanted to take one, you could customize it. So all of these that are the same size, you could swap out shades. They will work together. So I have all of these. A lot of these came in BoxyCharm boxes. I think all of these did. I did not buy, like this one maybe was an add-on because I didn't get this one, but I didn't buy those off of her website. So let's put these back. Okay, I've got a Chanel quad that my friend Lauren, who I went to beauty school with, bought me for Christmas 2 years ago. So that stays. I've got a little Pat McGrath quad that I got in a BoxyCharm. There's nothing wrong with this. This is one of the Divine Rose Eternal Eden. Nothing like stand out-ish on it, but it's nice. My friend Christine sent me this Makeup Forever. It's got some eyeshadows and like a highlighter in it. Really, really pretty. I like the colors of that. Visage. This is Beauty Moon Cosmetics and Ice Cream Beauty. I like the color story of this, but I don't know that I'm going to be inclined to reach for this. So I think I'm going to let that go. My friend Lauren bought me this. This is from MAC. She gave this to me for Christmas when we were still in beauty school. Never used it, but I won't get rid of it. And then I've got this Pat McGrath. It's a 5 pan. This also, I think, came in like a BoxyCharm. This one, I really like the special shades that are in here. It's nice. And then I have my full size. This is the, what is this? The Divine Rose 2. And then I've got my Natasha Denona palette. So I have Xenon, Zendo, I'm making up names. The Zendo palette. This is Alter Ego's dupe for one of Natasha Denona's. Let's see, I've got the Retro palette, the Circa Loca. Mine looks a little bit different. I, again, popped the shades out and reorganized it by color story. So this, to me, makes a little more sense. It's a little bit easier for me to use. And then I have the Tropical Paradise. And again, mine are all, like the pans in these are the same size pans as the 5 pans. They're not the, like the mini ones. So all of my shades, like I could pop shades out of here and put into those. Like they all, these are the smaller pans in these two. So, but the 2 large palettes I have, I could rearrange shades if I wanted to. And then I've got the mini breaker in here from Jeffree Star, and I'm still gonna keep that. Okay, let's put this stuff back in here. So that's not bad. We've gotten rid of a couple. Let's see, I'm gonna grab one more drawer. Drawer number 4, we're just gonna keep trucking right along. I have the Profusion Mauves palette, and then I kept those 2 smaller ones. And then I have the Profusion Meadow palette. This one I've almost decluttered and I've pulled it back. The Nudes of New York from Maybelline. This is a really good drugstore palette. It's not super cheap anymore. It's like $10 or $14. I don't know how much it is. I think I paid $10. I don't know what the price tag on it is now, but it's not, it's good quality, but it's not super affordable. So let's see what else I have in here. I've got Wander Beauty palettes. So I have the Escape, which is a more pinky. Do I need all 3 of these? I like their quality. I've got the purple one. I didn't hear great things about the purple one. And then I've got, this is more brown with some green in it. I guess I can keep all of those for now. I have the Shroud and It's Freaking Bats. Its counterpart, the Batty Bean palette, is on my display currently. And then I have the Arcana from Shroud. Shroud's had some problems. I haven't seen much from the brand. I don't think they've completely shut down, but I know the owner had some personal stuff going on. So there was an issue last year with orders not going out, but so I don't know. I haven't heard much from Shroud, so I don't know what's going on with them. Give Me Glow. This is the Sticky Sweet. The Haunted Pumpkin Patch is on my display, so I have that one. And then my Christmas one, which is going to go out on display soon. The Christmas Morning Palette is still available. They've made the pan smaller, so the new version doesn't look like that. And then this palette they've discontinued. I have the Greatest Hits from Lime Crime. This I got on Poshmark. This was a holiday palette that they released, and it's all pre-existing shades, like popular shades. They did this full size, and then they did the little 8-pan mini. I didn't feel like I needed both. Again, I got this on Poshmark, and I like this palette. I've traveled with this because this actually has like actual shimmers. The Venus XL. There's satin shades in here, and there's matte. So I consider this an all matte palette because these shimmers are very satiny. And then I have my Profusion Ninja Turtle palette that I've never used. That's going to be a recurring theme. Okay. Trying to put this stuff in so it fits a little better. I was kind of in a hurry when I was putting stuff in here. Okay, so that is better. I think we could squeeze in one more because I didn't get rid of anything out of this. Get into where it's a little more chaotic. So even if I'm just organizing these drawers better, that's helpful. So like the Scooby-Doo Glam Light palette is in here. Are all my other Glam Lights in this drawer? No. They're in a different drawer. So I started like panic throwing things together. So I'm going to keep this, and then maybe I can get all of my Glam Light palettes into one drawer. I'm such a dingbat. I have put these in the declutter and pulled them back out like 3 times. I'm going to put these in the declutter again. I'm not going to say they're going to stay in there forever because I may, you know, panic and bring them back out, but I'm not ever inclined to reach for these. I just like having them. So these are going to go back in the declutter. Like I said, don't count that you're never going to see them again because I put those in there before, but need to clear out some space. So I have this Sephora Destination palette. It's very grungy. I like that. Dee Dee's Signature. This is the Ultimate Cappuccino. Got this in a subscription box. It's the only palette I have from this brand. I like this palette. I have used it. The Alamar Cosmetics. This packaging. I like the color story, but this, like I said, this packaging kind of annoys me a little bit. So I think I'm going to let that go. And I have this Bella Pierre 90s Glam book. I think I'm going to let this go too. I've never used it. I like that it's got the cheek products in here too, but I think somebody else could probably get some better use out of that than me. So we're going to get rid of that. I have a Beauty Moon and Ice Cream Beauty. So this is the Warrior Princess. This looks pretty. So I'll hold on to that. It fits in this drawer. I have Sample Beauty, the Equalizer Volume 2. 2 from Nabla, Secret palette. I've never used that one. And then this one that I have used. Just a neutral palette, side by side. And then this Mally. I decluttered this once, and then my dad gave me a bundle that he had gotten for Christmas. I'm going to declutter it again just because I'm not. I held on to it for a year, have not used it. And then I have my Adept Amunet. This is the Amunet Dark, so mine has like a purple and a blue. The light version has like 2 different shades, I think, in here is the difference. So there's that. Okay, so we did clear out some space, which is extremely helpful. Do one more drawer. So we're at up to 6, so I will put that in the description. But this Twyla Living My Best Life from Lottie London. This is a drugstore palette. Technically, I had a hell of a time getting a hold of this, so I think that's why I've held on to it. I've never actually used it. I'm going to think about this. I am going to declutter the Item Beauty. I decluttered it and brought it back. The brand doesn't exist anymore, but again, I have not reached for it. Laura Lee can stay. The Dominique Cosmetics palettes can stay. Let's see, Wicked Widow. I have the Halloween one, and Monster Mash is on my display. I have the Mad Hatter and the Valentine one. Those can stay. Ciate London. This is just a warm neutral. I've used this one. I've never used that one. This Vampirism palette, again, my husband bought it for me. This is from Jolie Beauty. I just don't love the quality of this, so I think I'm gonna let this go. Normally don't like to get rid of stuff that my husband has bought, but that's a big palette. And it's taken up space. So I've made a whole bunch of room in a couple of drawers. So we ended up doing 6 drawers, which is pretty good. And then I left 7 open just so I won't forget later where we stopped. But let's recap. So we're going to get rid of the Vampirism palette, Item Beauty, the Mally palette, the 90s Glam by Belle Pierre. Again, there's nothing wrong with this stuff. I just have too much. The Alamar Cosmetics. I don't love the packaging on that. That's going to deter me from wanting to use it. This Visage one, Lash Step. I don't love their stuff. This Makeup Revolution one can go to a better home. Charmacy, Formula Z. This brand, the El Maquillage, and then the 2 sugar pills. So what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So that is not bad. So I've gotten rid of 14 so far. So thank you guys so much. So again, I will put in the description. So at this point, you will have known how many drawers we did, but so not bad. And then when I get a chance, we'll do some more. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you in another video. Bye, everybody.